Good afternoon and welcome to the iceHQ Ice Rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia on Warranjoy, Woiwurrung traditional land for the iceHQ Next Gen 2025 Showcase. It's the last game of the day and it's the big one. It's the under-11 grand final and it is between the Dogs and the Jets. The Dogs in the black with the green and blue stripes on the shoulders and the Jets in the purple. So the team's pretty close together colour-wise actually. But we don't have a clash jersey, but regardless, this Under-11 series brought to you by Amplify Accountants and Advisors. Thank you very much for their support throughout this particular season. This is the first of the next-gen showcases that we've run here at iceHQ, and we're very pleased to be able to bring these games to you. Both of these teams have played earlier today in qualifying semi-finals to get through here. Our Under-11 division was very, very dense and there was a lot of teams. Neither of these teams have been defeated throughout the season. Both teams with 5 wins throughout the playoff, throughout the round robin tournament, and also through the semi-finals. They didn't play against each other. Tonight, however, this afternoon, sorry, that is going to change. There will be a winner of this game. Now, these players is under 11, so it's under 11. You're not allowed to be 12 years old in this year. So there will be some 11-year-old kids, but some of them will be 9 and 10 years old as well. So we need to remember that they are juniors. This is a non-checking league. It is very much a development league for all of these players. We'll be about to get underway in just a second as our referees line up and get everything ready to go. And the puck is dropped. We're underway in the first of 2 18-minute periods. Puck played up the ice there nicely by Akita. They battle away on the half boards as the juniors. They're little, and this is a full-size NHL rink. It's a big rink for little legs. As the Jets look to play the puck up the ice, trying to find Elias Hales, who had a great game early today in the semi-final, scoring a couple of nice little opportunistic goals, being in the right place at the right time. As the Dogs get the first shot away on the net, but the save is made by Jaden Truman in the net for the Jets. First touch, first save. Nice work there by the Dogs to generate the first scoring opportunity. So it is 2 18-minute periods. Most hockey games are played 3 periods, but we are playing 2. So 2 18-minute periods for these teams of the deciding grand final. Martin Urban played particularly well earlier as well, playing it today for D for the Dogs. He's been prolific throughout the series as the Jets now look to play the puck out from behind their net. Playing it wisely up the boards. With speed blasting through there was Aiden Baker, who was dominant in the earlier game that the Jets played. But he's going to need to be at his best in this game to beat the Dogs, as the shot there was taken by Urban, but a stick check just broke up the momentum of that one. As the Dogs now look to try and reset and get another shot in on the net as they battle on the board. So this is a non-checking division, but it's not non-contact. You are allowed to make contact with your opponent in the process of getting the puck. You're not allowed to deliberately injure, obviously. But in addition to that, you're not allowed to separate the player from the puck by checking the body. But if you have a collision in the process of playing the puck, that is permitted. Something to be mindful of in this particular division. What looks like illegal contact sometimes isn't, and vice versa. It's racing back now to pick up the puck for the Dogs is Hernandez Leon, who looks up the ice, gets around the first check there of Wickham, has a bit of room and a bit of speed. Runs, however, into the poke check of Aiden Baker, who dispossesses him, and is then, for his trouble, hurled to the ice. Back they come back the other way now, the Dogs, as they're toing and froing through the neutral zone. No one able to get anything clear this time as Baker now tries to protect the puck with his body. Runs afoul of the body there of Flynn Brown, but no penalty on that one. As back come the Dogs with some speed. Hernandez Leon tried to do something with it, but now it's coming back the other way. And it's now on the stick of Hunso Yan. And was it dispossessed? And it's just poked back in there. Martin Urban doing the right thing and just pushing the puck deep into the zone for the Dogs as the Jets wisely play the puck around behind the net. That's the safe choice. And they managed to break the puck out of the zone. Dogs back in numbers, however. They just chip the puck back in. But we're going to have a whistle now for too many players on the ice. The Dogs will be sitting the first penalty of the game. They're only allowed 5 and they had 6. Keeping track of a bench is often a little bit of a struggle, in particular for the younger players, remembering who they're supposed to be changing with. When they get excited, they've all been pumped up by the start of the game. And going over to sit the penalty will be Emil DeSantis. Now, it's not a penalty on her. It's a bench penalty, and they just have to pick a player to sit, and she happened to be the closest at the time. So Emil DeSantis will be sitting the penalty. It shows up on the scoreboard, but it's not actually a penalty on her. So the Jets with the first penalty kill of power play of the game. They've got 5 against 4, not including the goalie, of course. Freeman now tries to push it in, but the Dogs chip the puck out, and they find the stick there of Wishart. Wishart winds and shoots. Puck babbles over the top, and it just went over the back of the net as well. It went over everything. It looked like it might have gone over Truman's shoulder and into the net, but didn't quite make it into the net. It made it over the top of everything. Nice piece of play there by Tatum Wishart, who was very effective earlier today as well. It'll be picked up now, Hernandez-Leon. Remember, the Dogs are on the kill. They've only got 4 players on the ice. Wishart now races back in, but it's on the stick of Baker, who tries to get onto his forehand, is dispossessed as there's Dogs back in numbers. And they'll be looking now to clear the puck out of the zone, and they do, just turning around. The Dogs is now, the Jets is now racing in to try and do something constructive with it again. Is Wishart, but can't do much with it. It's in the slot and loose. The Jets clear the puck out of the zone. Another outstanding player from earlier on today was Cooper Senkle for the Jets, who played very well. And now cycling around is Hamilton. Hamilton got it back to Hernandez-Leon, who dumps it in deep, finds the stick of Arn. Arn gets around, everyone gets a shot, but it goes across the front. We're going to have a penalty now, and it's going to be on Allen. Sorry, it's going to be on Aiden Baker. As soon as the Jets touch the puck, the whistle will blow, and there it is. And Aiden Baker is going to sit too. Aiden will be sitting 2 for interference. So now the Dogs on the power play. They've got 5 against 4 for about 10 seconds. DeSantis it'll be 4 on 4 for about 10 seconds, depending on how long it takes the puck to get dropped. Looks like it might be drop of the puck. DeSantis will be back on the ice for the Dogs in just a few seconds. So drop of the puck, she can go. She's back out on the ice. DeSantis lengthens the penalty by skating over for a change. And now they bring on Brooks Burke, who comes through the middle immediately involved in the play. So now the Dogs have the power play. Can they score on the numerical advantage as Baker has to sit another 40 seconds, but the goaltender makes the save there in Jaden Truman. Now, if you're a Jets fan, this is where you want stoppages because the clock will tick down and the penalty will kick down on Baker. Baker's one of the most effective players for the Jets. They definitely want him on the ice, not sitting in the penalty box. Puck is dropped. Face off this time won by the Dogs, but they can't keep it in the zone. It just tipped a little bit past the stick there of Urban, who couldn't hold it. Hernandez-Leon circles around, leaves the puck behind though. Tried to be a bit too fancy. Goodall now tries to put the puck into the slot. Back there though it was Urban who cleaned that one up. And now they race around the back of the net. Put the puck up, they find Brooks Burke, who looks up ice and has room. Tries to get it on his forehand, but is pushed away from it by Lily Hughes. Puck goes around the back of the net. Deep in the corner now, battling is the Dogs as they play it up high, finding Hernandez-Leon, who has a shot from a distance. It's a chip. He got a few redirections, but Truman made that one safe. It was a good shot there by Leon. It was a good angle, down low and hard with a fair screen. You can see Brooks Burke just sitting there waiting for it as well. Didn't learn that trick from his dad much. Andy Burke, of course, one of the great legends of Australian ice hockey. A prolific goal scorer in fractured play. And 8 seconds to go on the Baker penalty. He'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey in just a few seconds. Going back now to pick it up for the Dogs. DeHoog looks up, tries to find some movement. Finds some. Dogs hesitating on the blue line as Baker comes straight back in, putting pressure onto Brown. Now Goodall moves through with the puck for the Jets. Tries to find someone in the slots. Got Baker sitting high and mostly unmarked, but finally some pressure comes onto Baker. The Dogs have seen it and shut it down. Nice play there by DeSantis, shutting that option down. Freeman now tries to chip it in. Puck goes across the front. They score. It was once again Elias Hales, who was prolific previously. This is a shot from a bit of a tricky angle. I don't think Carter Burke can believe that it went in, but it certainly did. It's a bit disappointed, but as a goalie, you've got to pick yourself up straight away and forget that stuff and get your head straight back into the game. If you lose your confidence, it's disastrous for yourself and your team. So his teammates going over there and giving a, come on mate, you'll be right, we'll get it back. So the goal there scored by no, that was given to Brady Freeman, not to Elias Hales. It looked like it might have been Hales, but Freeman it is. Hales had the assist on it instead. So now the Dogs go back to pick it up in their defensive zone. Looking up by Martin Urban, plays the puck up high. Tried to find a connection there in Arn. Couldn't quite clear the puck out of the zone, though, but here come the Dogs. Arn now gets through most of the pressure. Can't get through the back check, though, of Cooper, who was there. No, sorry, Archie Ellis, who was very effective earlier today as well, as one of the players has taken a little bit of a tumble. And just make sure that the youngster is okay. Quite often they have a little bit of a tumble, and more often than not it's a bit of shock. Like, hang on a sec, how did this happen? What am I doing here lying on the ground? As opposed to any major sort of injuries. But sometimes it is, so we've got to obviously be careful with that and make sure that the little tackers are all right. It's a little bit tender on a leg there. The youngster will be assisted from the ice. May have got a little bit of a knee or an ankle injury. Well, hopefully, of course, no long-term damage. So, traditional stick taps for the injured player as they leave the rink. Jets now shortens their bench a little bit. Looks like it might be Lily Hughes. It's a bit hard to tell from here from behind. Hughes it is, so I think Hughes being assisted from the surface. The play will be underway shortly. You can see the Dogs' defence pinching a long way in. Does mean they're vulnerable to a counter-attack. Shot flung high there by the Dogs there in Arn. They flung it over the top of everything. And the puck goes deep into the corner. 7 minutes to play. Jets with a 1-goal lead. 7 minutes in the first of 2. As the Dogs look to try and create a scoring opportunity and get themselves on the board quickly. Both teams undefeated until now. The Jets with a dominant 7-2 win earlier. Dogs with a pretty good win as well. But they haven't played each other so far. So we don't know how this one's going to work at all. Goodall now for the Jets. Tries to create some pressure. But is pushed hard off the puck there. Hernandez did a good job getting through almost everyone. Didn't get past Freeman, though, who shut that one down as they battled deep into the corner. And Anderson cycles back around up high as the puck goes across the front of the net. Jets there in numbers, though. Brooks is back there, but the Jets now with an opportunity, but couldn't quite handle the puck and frustrated with himself there. Goodall with a bit of a stick whack on the ground. That happens. You've got to have the composure to deal with it. Sometimes you're just going to mishandle the puck. Get used to it. Now, it's stuck deep in the corner again. Puck comes around the back of the net. Dogs looking to try and create a scoring opportunity, but it's a scrum in the slot instead. As the goaltender there in Truman swallows it up. And we have a stop and a reset. Doesn't look like Lily Hughes has any great difficulties. Behind the bench at the moment, still present. So hopefully he's okay and uninjured, and it's just a little bit of a shock. As the face-off is this time won by the Dogs. They play it up to the winger there who puts a backhander there in Tatum Wishart, who slung it towards the net with a backhander. Didn't get a lot on it. Wishart, though, picks up and breaks off the move there by Baker with a nice bit of pressure. And we have, looks like an offside. One of the Dogs just caught offside there, probably trying to get back in a hurry, but not quite quick enough as they were caught over the blue line. If you're not familiar with the rules, you're not allowed to cross the blue line into the offensive zone until the puck's gone in. And if the puck comes out, everyone has to go out before anyone can go back in. Face off this time won by the Dogs just. Picked up and pushed back by Keita, who was looking for DeSantis, but the pass incomplete. Keita now just chips it off DeSantis' feet. It goes in deep now. To pick it up will be Wishart, who goes into the corner. Dogs looking to put someone in the slot to capitalise on it as racing across there, Brown. But it's up on the point now for the Dogs, firing it in deep there to Hoog, who decided he was just going to put the puck in deep. Not a bad decision at all as the puck now battled behind the net. Baker goes over for the Jets to try and sort that one out. The Jets looking to break it out of the net. Baker hasn't had it all his own way this particular game, not so far anyway. Puck comes up now to Akita, who slings it in, but it's intercepted along the way there by Senecal. And now here comes Senecal with a bit of room. He's got back-checking pressure. He's got Baker loose in the slot. Baker with space. Oh, just fans on the shot. Baker was in perfect position. Possibly couldn't believe that the puck had got to him quite so easily. And he's still down on the ice, so the Jets all offside. Wickham there, offside, but not actively paying for it, but this time penalised for it. And Wickham caught offside. And we will have an offside just in front of the scorer's box. With 3 minutes and 33 seconds to play in the first. Jets with a 1-goal lead from one shot. They had a couple of opportunities, but haven't been able to get them any further through. Probably good there for Carter Burke to regain some confidence as Hales pushes through. But he's robbed there by Arn. Arn going deep into the corner, tries to get around everyone, but in the end is pushed hard deep. It goes up to Urban. Urban with room, flings the puck towards the net as a speculator. It goes up high and they score. Picked up there by, I think, was that Brooks Baker? Was that Berkey? Or we'll see in a second. Looks like it might have been Hunso Arn who got that one. Be able to watch that on the replay and correct me. It was difficult to tell from this angle. The numbers on the kids are bigger than the kids, so sometimes difficult to tell exactly who it was. But yeah, that one was given to Hunso Arn. And that was from Martin Urban with the assist on that one as well. So nice little goal for them, and it ties us up at 1 goal apiece. And we have a whistle. It looks like we have an equipment issue there for Martin Urban's helmet just needing to be readjusted. Face-off being set up quickly. 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the first. We're all tied up 1 goal apiece. Both grand finals throughout today that we've had so far have been relatively big wins. This one, the close one thus far. Had some good games earlier than that. Grand finals were bigger victories. Well, the NSA certainly gave the under-13 Wolves a run for their money in the last couple of minutes. Blasting up now with some speed comes Harrington, who has to do a lap of the rink. Comes back the other way. 2-on-1 now for the Dogs. If Theodore Harrington gets round, shoots, and Harrington has scored. Lovely goal there. Nice movement. Just deceived the goaltender, Truman. Let's see, Harrington comes flying in. Just wrong foot, Truman goes stick side just underneath the blocker. And the Dogs 2, the Jets 1, with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in the first of 2 periods. Just a reminder, this is a 2-period game, not a 3-period game. As we line up for our face-off again. Face-off this time won by the Jets, but not cleanly. And it goes through and they'll be picked up now by Dahoog, who looks up ice, is being pressured. Ends up, they've got Lucy in the slot now, the Jets. They've got Goodall just floating around. Eventually the Dogs see the threat and deal with it. Goodall now will race over to try and put the puck back into the slot, but it'll be swooped on there by Durovic, who looks up ice, has room. Can't get past Gasparotto, though, who gets through 1 and 2, but picked there by Dahoog, who just chips it up ice. Now it's on the stick of Akita, but Akita ran into a pretty decent bit of stick work there by the Jets' defence. Now coming back the other way, the Jets blasting through the side, trying to get past Dahoog, but they can't. Dahoog manages to hold ground, and the Dogs not quite able to clear the puck out, though. They're looking there ultimately to connect with Hales, but that wouldn't go. Puck deep in the corner as they battle. Round the back of the net goes Baker, who goes the wraparound. This time Berkey's there and makes the save. Another chance. Puck's loose in the slot. Hales got a shot away. Burke there. Stopped that one. And at the end of the first, it's the Dogs 2 from 6. The Jets 1 from 2. Although I think that counter may well tick up a little bit. Jets got a couple of shots there in that last little stanza, forcing Carter Burke to have to make a couple of saves. So goals in the first. Just give you the goal scorers in just a moment. So Hales with the first one. It was given to Hales from Freeman and Goodall for the Jets with the first goal. And Hunson Ahn got one from Urban for the Dogs to even it up. And then Hamilton got the little breakaway goal there for the Dogs to make it 2-1 with at the end of the first. So 18 minutes of destiny to go for these two teams before we work out who is the winner of the grand final here at the Next Gen Showcase Tournament. First one we've run here at iceHQ, and it's been very well attended. Players from all over the country have come along and entertained us and had a great time here as well. I hope we've shown them some good hospitality here at iceHQ. We want to keep growing this game and developing it. From adult recreational players through to juniors, and we've got a pretty strong women's competition here as well, and we've been heavily involved, of course, in the development of the Melbourne Ducks, who will be starting their next full AWAHL season very shortly. We've got to wait for the men's league to finish before the AWAHL will start. Look for them here next summer. That's going to be a cracker. Underway again we are now. The puck dropped, start of the second. 18 minutes to play. Can the Dogs hold on to a 1-goal lead or extend it? Can the Jets get it back and square things up and give us a real thriller here in Reservoir? As the Dogs look to break the puck up the sideboards, but they can't clear the zone. It's still kept in there by the Jets with some great opportunities. But now the Dogs look to move it out of the zone there. It's Brooks Burke who runs into some traffic, and a nice piece of poke checking there by Lily Hughes, who's back on the ice by the look of it. Here comes Baker, though, who gets past one, but the puck swept away from him nicely there by Urban, who did a good job seeing the threat. Burke tries to clear it up, gets the puck onto Ahn. Ahn with a bit of room, gets around the check. Ahn gets onto the forehand, shoots, but just fans on it. The net was open. It's still bobbling around. Able to just fix that up. Truman got back desperately and manages to shut that one down. And Anders Leon now looks to try and put the puck in the slot. Jets back in numbers. They clear the puck up high. Burke flings it. Goes over the top of everyone's outreach sticks, but over the wide of the net as well. Another chance now for the Dogs if they can get a shot, but now Baker with a bit of room. He's got to get around the pressure of some back-checking Dogs. Takes a shot from a distance. It tumbles, just goes wide. Burke managed to get enough on it just to push it wide. It was a bit close there for a second. Certainly tumbling, and they can be awkward now. The puck comes back up the half-boards. Picked up now by Baker, who looks around, trying to find some options. He's got 2 forecheckers on him. He's being checked by Urban and also by Ahn, who has been electric. Gets around Ahn. Ahn's racing back, but doesn't get past the poke check of Brown. And Ahn's still chasing. Relentless. Brown's shot is blocked by Hernandez Leon, doing a great job defensively. Puck pushed down in the corner. The Dogs know that in order to win tournaments, you've got to be hard to score against. It's not enough to score goals. You've got to be very difficult to score against indeed. Was trying to get through everyone there. It was Wishart, but it wouldn't go. Ran into a body, but now breaking away. Here comes Ahn, gets free. Backhand shot, scores. Commits Truman, who freezes him, gets onto the backhand into a wide open net. You'll see this beautifully on the replay. Commits and then just chips it in. Nothing but net, nothing but twine. And the Dogs 3 to the Jets 1 with a ripper there to Hunso Ahn, who is on fire. Contributed an awful lot in the back pressure as well, breaking up that move there by Aidan Baker, and then came back and finished it off in the best way possible by disturbing the scorers. We'll just wait for the winger here for the Dogs to go on the right side of the face-off circle. We'll get there eventually. We are juniors. Under 11, so they're learning a lot about the game while they're going. Now blasting up through the middle and trying to get a shot away, but not cleanly, was Brown. Shot flung on the net, blocked out of the way, though Gasparotto got some body on it as the Jets try and clear the puck around the back of the net. They get it to Wishart, though. Wishart tries to put it in the slot, looking for a wraparound. The puck's loose, bobbling around in the slot. Can they get another shot away? Backhand attempt, just chipped through by Durovic. Wouldn't go. There was too many bodies in the way, and now the Dogs will have to go back and clean it up as they play back to their D, and it's on the stick now of DeHoog, who looks up ice. Got a hand up for a penalty. No, not a penalty, an offside. Dogs now play the puck up the ice, but it doesn't get past the capable hands there of Lawrence Gasparotto, who did a good job of keeping the puck in. And now the Jets will keep it out, and it goes just around the back line. Gasparotto just blowing a tyre on the ice as the Jets look to break it out cleanly. But a few body collisions. Now on the stick of Brown, who winds and shoots, goes over the top of everything. And we've got another player down, and that looks like it's Laura Durovic, a little slow to get up. Didn't see exactly what happened, some collision. Looks like holding the back of her head, may have copped a stick or something on the back of the skull. That's why we wear the helmets, but even so, you can still get a bit of a shock from it. We'll wait and see if she's all right. Jamie Burke, her coach there, going out to make sure she's okay. And we'll just pause the game. Yes, I think we'll pause the game. The clock's still ticking at the moment. As we'll just wait to see if Lara is okay. So scorers so far in the first, Elias Hales with a ripper from Freeman and Goodall, and then Hussein Ahn, who has been superb. It looks like Lara is on her feet and okay, just a little bit slow. So Ahn now with 4. I'm not quite sure why the scoreboard is not showing 4, because the score is actually 4-1. So apologies for what you're seeing on the display. But the score is actually 4-1 to the Dogs, not 3-1. I'm sure it will catch up and reset itself reasonably soon. But I can tell you that the score is currently 4-1, not 3-1. We'll get that sorted as soon as we can. So the Dogs now look to play the puck up through the middle of the neutral zone with a bit of speed coming through Hernandez-Leon. It's pushed deep into the corner. Archie Ellis doing a great job of owning that space. Puck loose in the slot though, it's bobbling around. Jets managed to clear it out nicely. Sometimes it's easy to forget these are under 11s. They're playing some great disciplined hockey. Puck down in loose. It's just battling away for it in the slot. It was William Harrington, but the Jets having nothing of that. So our goalie's got it. You can just lay off. I do apologise for the scoreboard showing 3-1. It is 4-1. No, I tell a lie, it is 3-1. I'll get it right eventually. It's 4 goals in total. Forget everything I ever said. It's all nonsense. Brought back now. Won by the Dogs. Not quite able to... Oh, they do keep it just in the zone. It looked close, but regardless. As Arn circles around everyone. Made the pass across to Harrington, but couldn't quite connect on the shot. It was a good chance. A lot of forechecking pressure there by Cooper Senecal, but the Dogs managed to break it back the other way, and it's Hernandez-Leon again. Managing to just catch offside though. Hanso Ahn might not have realised that he was offside, but certainly was. So 3-1, the lead to the Dogs. Just the 2 goals, 11 minutes and 35 seconds to play in the second and final period. There are just the 2 periods in this game. There's a face-off for the offside, just outside the defensive zone for the Jets. Face-off won by the Dogs, straight to Wishart. Wishart under pressure though, is robbed by Goodall, who blasts around, gets a shot, but it goes wide. Going in now to pick it up for the Dogs, Akita. Akita battling, but beaten there by the Jets. They've got Lucy in the slot, Hales, who is dangerous in that position, always present. Stick on the ice and a threat for any team that he's playing against as they dig around the back of the net, but eventually dispossessed by the Dogs, but not persistently. Baker now picks it up for the Jets, tries to put it across. They got Hales floating around loose again. Good combination work there, but the Dogs will clear it out of the zone. They play the puck up. Wishart now with the puck on the half boards, can't clear it out of the zone cleanly as they battle just on the blue line. Dogs finally manage to dump it, but it's going to go all the way down for an icing. So the Dogs will be brought back for a defensive zone face-off. Not allowed to change the Dogs. They're trying to get a change, but the referees are letting them do it. No, they're not. Yes, they are. What's supposed to happen with an icing call is you're not allowed to get a change. But it looks like in the under 11s that rule is being flexibly interpreted, which is to say we'll let them get a change because we don't want them too tired. This is very much a development and a learning league. Face off this time won by the Dogs. Picking it up is Brooks Burke, who comes across into the corner looking for a connection in the slot. He had Hunso there as well for him if he could get it to him, and does so. Comes up high. Dogs doing some good work with passing the puck around. Good movement. Shot is going to be taken there through traffic though. Nice piece of defensive work. The Jets got a leg in front of Hamilton, who was in the right spot, but couldn't quite get the shot away as cleanly as would have liked. Also had Brooks Burke sitting in there as well. As Arn goes behind the net. He's got Burke in the slot calling for it. Dogs managing to keep the puck in on the point. Arn again with the puck. Burke's waiting for it and calling. Arn takes a shot instead. It goes high of everything. Didn't quite hit the netting, but it went over the top of just about everything else. Now dancing through is Harrington, who gets a shot on the goal. Harrington puts that one in. You see this one on the replay. Just gets it onto his forehand. It's a bit of defensive pressure, but it's a good shot just over the shoulder there of Jaden Truman, who couldn't do an awful lot about that. It was a good shot in close. That's one of the few times when you really do want to lift the puck up high, and that was when it was done. So the Dogs are now out to a 4-1 lead, which is what I thought it was at the start of the period. But anyway, and the Dogs now come through the middle. 8 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the period, and in fact in this final game, as the puck is now deep into the corner. They're looking to find a connection there. DeSantis was free but couldn't get onto it. Now the Jets come back the other way with some speed, playing it up quickly is Luca Goodall. Pushed into the corner though by the Dogs defence. Dogs doing a good job of getting back smartly and owning that territory in front of the net. In particular there, Hernandez-Leon back safely. Looks around the back of the net for any pressure. Tries to find a winger moving. Looks up ice, goes up the boards. Now the puck is played out of the zone by the Dogs. Picked up though Baker, who's dangerous. Tries to get across onto the forehand, keeps the puck in, shoots from a distance. It's fast, it's just wide. Burke saw it, couldn't get to it, but it went just wide of the post. It was a good shot from a distance from Baker. Back now with a bit of speed, just trying to hook the puck across the front there was Laura Dorovic. Back on the ice and looking okay, certainly none the worse for wear. And now the puck put into the slot, but not able to get anything cleanly. DeSantis couldn't get a stick onto it. Going back now to pick it up, Hernandez-Leon, who gets around the forechecking pressure. Being chased by Baker. Pushed deep into the corner, gets onto the forehand, winds and shoots it low. Goes left of the net and wide. Is going in now to pick it up for the Dogs is Dorovic. Dorovic battled for it, goes back into the corner again. This time it'll be picked up by Ellis. He looks up ice, sees all my options are closed. Gave it straight to a Dog, puts it into the slot. They shoot, oh, just wide there. Fired in by the Dogs forward there. I think that may have been Harrington. Sorry, tell lie, that was Dorovic. Now the puck goes around the back of the net for the Dogs as they look to play out with some speed, getting around the forechecking pressure. Brooks Burke calling for it, but Hernandez will go through, runs into a wall of purple, still keeps the puck. Burke nearly managed to toe drag it through. Trying to get a shot through noise there was Dorovic, but that wouldn't go. Dogs piling on the pressure, but the Jets managed to clear the puck out of the zone. Coasting back very casually there, Hernandez-Leon doesn't realise perhaps the closeness of the forechecking pressure. And they don't manage to clear the puck out of the zone this time, the Dogs. Jets now with an opportunity, but they can't clear the zone. It's picked up Hamilton, who races back down the other side. He's got Burke with him and loose in the slot. Burke calling for it. And just takes a shot. Truman gets a piece of it and puts it deep into the corner. Burke still floating around in that slot waiting for it as Arn now with a chance. Is dispossessed by 3 purple jerseys, and here they come back the other way, the Jets with numbers. But they just fluff a little bit on the puck, but they manage to push it forwards. Keep the puck in the zone just, and that's all you need to do. Is Baker now shoots, but it goes over the top of Carter Burke, and that is Baker's first for the game. And the Jets 2, Dogs 4 with 5 minutes to play. It's a good shot from a distance that time. Baker got onto it. And Carter Burke could do nothing except watch it go behind him and rattle the twine. No holes in the net. His under 11s are not going to hit it that hard, but it certainly had a bit on it. And we've got a timeout called. So the Jets have called a timeout. They want to reset and stop the clock. 5 minutes and 12 seconds to play and a 2-goal deficit to the Jets. At what time do they pull their goalie? Who knows? They may or may not choose to do so. Goalie not in the net at the moment. I guess we will find out. Of course, it's a timeout. They've gone over for a chat. 5 minutes and 12 seconds. The clock is stopped for 30 seconds as they get a quick chat just to reset themselves and work out exactly what it is that they want to do. It's a bit of a battle of the barns, this one. The Jets, mostly a team hailing out of the Oakley ice skating rink, whereas the Dogs are the home team here at iceHQ, or one of the home teams here at iceHQ. Coached by Australian ice hockey legend Jamie Burke, who's also running the coaching program here now at iceHQ for our junior development and senior development programs. And our recreational league starts up here this week. So we are back to hockey every single night here at iceHQ. Over 1,000 players in our recreation league here at iceHQ, plus the junior program, plus the women's league. And it's fair to say that this rink is all about hockey. Now we are back underway with 5 minutes to play in the second and final period. Arn now with the puck, looks up ice, dispossessed, runs into a body. The Jets now looking to reset. Blasting now through Gasparotto, tries to get some room. Dars tries to fling it on the net, but doesn't get it past the Jets D. The Dogs D doesn't get to the net. Playing up through the middle dangerously, but getting away with it is Brown by the look of it. And now Burke put it across the front. It was there for Arn, but couldn't quite get a connection on it. It would have been a great goal if it happened. Now they battle on the half boards. The Jets look to break it out. They've got 2-on-1 if they can hurry quickly. Getting around the defence there is Theo Wickham, but pushed deep into the corner and running out of options. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go. 2 goals the lead to the Dogs. As back now they come with some speed. And it's Harrington now who has a bit of room. Gets onto the forehand, makes the pass instead across looking for Arn. Arn couldn't quite get onto it. The pass had just a little bit too much air on it. Smidge too much sauce as now Burke goes into battle in the corner with it. Jets will break it out now through Wickham, who looks up ice. Tries to find options. There's a little bit of figure skating going on there by Arn, who did a little bit of a pirouette. Referee's hand up for an offside. Finally, the Jets managed to reset. It was Baker there, just caught offside briefly. As the Dogs now look to play it up ice to Burke, who's doing the Hellfish stretch pass. Now he's going to reach in, but won't get there in time. Winning the race to it, Lily Hughes. The puck's loose in the slot. It'll be picked up now. Baker, who's got room in front, 2 to beat. But the back check there, beautiful by Hamilton, who shut that one down. Baker displeased. He thought he was away. Now he's got another chance. Picks the puck up, tries to get past the defence. Gets past the first one, not past Hernandez Leon, who for the Dogs has been outstanding all game. Baker now with a bit of room, but too much pressure. And the Dogs will try and shovel the puck out. But it's now on the stick of Goodall, but the puck trickled through to Carter Burke, who made that one safe. Just under 3 minutes now to play. 2 goals the lead. Will the Jets pull their goal in, go 6-on-5? Only time will tell on that one. Quite often you don't do it in the junior league, so it's great fun for them. It certainly ups the ante a bit and gets them all very excited as Arn makes a quick change off for the Dogs. We'll be knowing who's got the grand final trophy in just a few moments. There's 2.5 minutes to play in this game. Dogs now behind the net, wisely. Hales with some good pressure, but the Dogs manage to clear the puck out of the zone. On the stick now of Durovic. Durovic gets onto a forehand, but chopped away at. Forced deep into the corner, cycles around, showing no ill effects from that earlier injury, and scores! No ill effects at all. Laura Durovic flung that one in, and it went through the legs there of Truman, Jaden Truman, who maybe didn't see that one coming. There was a lot of traffic and a fair screen. And earlier on, lying on the back, and now with what looked like possibly a head injury. And now with a goal. So the Dogs 5, Jets 2. So Laura Durovic there with a lovely little goal. With 1 minute and 40 seconds to go. 3 goals now the difference, so there's no stop time. Baker now trying to redress the balance and get through. Goes down through the side, tries to find an option. Had coming up through the middle, Archie Coombs, who couldn't get the pass away. Now Baker moves up to pick the puck up and fling it on the net. Doesn't get past the Dogs' defence, though. Baker with another chance. Reloads, shoots, hits bodies. There's too many bodies in the way there now for the Dogs. The Jets leaving the goaltender on. They haven't pulled the goalie. Baker now cycling in, trying to get the puck through. It ends up with Freeman, who digs the puck up ice. Picked up there, though, by Urban, who's dispossessed. Comes back the other way. Now it's Goodall. Battle of the D as Goodall tries to get through everything, but surrounded by a wall of Dogs. 1 minute now to play. Baker with the puck. Looking for movement. Lots of space to the right-hand side of the rink if he can get there. He's got three Dogs chasing him. Two of them take each other out. Baker with a shot. Critical save there, though, made by Burke. We'll get there eventually. They get the puck up through. Beautiful pass through to Wishart. Got through everything. Baker now has to clear the puck out of the zone. 30 seconds to play. Can he get another one? Gets over the red line. Back-checking pressure, though, by Leon. Shut that one down. Takes the puck away. And now the Dogs look to play it up the ice for one last hurrah. 19 seconds to play in the game. And it's on the stick of Urban, who gets a bit of space. Wines. Save made. Truman at the last. Puck goes down behind the net, just trying to hoik it out. Freeman digs it up the ice. Another chance, though, there for Urban, who flings it towards the net. That won't go. It's tumbling. It's loose in the high slot. Dumping it out of the ice, so Freeman clears the zone, but it's not enough. And at the end of two 18-minute periods, the Dogs, undefeated, have got through the Under-11 Next Gen Showcase Tournament. Congratulations to the Dogs. Great effort by the Jets. They're undefeated except for tonight. Just couldn't quite get over the top of the Dogs, who were outstanding. Burke, apart from that early one, which he would have been a little bit disappointed in, certainly managed to get his head back in the game fairly quickly, and that's what you need. Goals early on, Elias Hales, and then Hunson Allen got one, and Hamilton got one to take the Dogs out to a 2-1 lead at the end of the first. In the second, Allen got a second goal, and Hamilton to take the Dogs out to a 4-1 lead, but Baker got one back with a nice shot from a distance. But Durovic with a sealer with just 2 minutes to go. Took a shot from just above the face-off circles, and it went through Jaden Truman to give the Dogs in the end a 5-2 lead. Thank you very much for being with us here for the Next Gen Showcase. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage. The Under-11 Grand Final sponsored by Amplify Accountants and Advisors, and we'll have their presentation, and we hope you enjoyed the show.
Amazing. You know, they always say it takes a village, so thank you to everyone for putting on this amazing tournament. The U11 division was a really hard-fought battle, and as we all know, there can only be one most valuable player in the division. And that winner wins a $150 CCO voucher to spend in the pro shop here at iceHQ. This final MVP award for the U11 division goes to a worthy recipient. This player had 9 goals and 7 assists leading up to the final series, and he can have another few this afternoon. From the Dogs, the MVP for the U11 division goes to iceHQ. Now to present the medals to our runners-up, we have Ashley Burke from Canberra. Before we present them, I'd just like to say to the judges, congratulations, it means a lot making it to that grand final. Hope it gives you a little bit of extra fire to come back and win it again next year. So we'll start off with the silver medals, green team. Number 5, for the goal this afternoon, Aiden. Number 23, Number 67, the goal this afternoon, with an assist this afternoon, number 77, Tatum Wishart. With 2 goals this afternoon, number 79, William Addington. With an assist, number 86, Ryan Ikea. With an assist, number 94, Martin and your championship starting goaltender, number 88, Carter I'd like to ask head coach Jamie Burke and any of the audience to come up with collective medals. And I'd like to ask the starting goaltender from the championship team, Carter Burke, to come up with the passing number 23. Brooks Burke to collect the championship trophy and check. Ashley Burke. Ladies and gentlemen, your championship balls! And